So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And that gets things running. With so many teams now playing just one up front, Jim, it's easy to forget, isn't it, that strike partnerships used to be the norm?
Absolutely, Peter, but partnerships have proven themselves to be very productive over the years. They carry more might.
And we've had some legendary ones, haven't we?
Yeah, and how it usually...
And Beckham! He's got away with one there.
I'm really impressed with the tenacity he's shown to intercept that. That's how they're going to make things happen.
Oh, there's a probing ball. Well read, nice interception. And he's managed to get free. Now this could be a chance. Pinky rises! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would. Well, if you judge a striker by his goals, Ruud van Nistelrooy has to be held in the highest regard.
He is a goal-scoring phenomenon.
Yeah, a real master who, when you think of his work, doesn't appear to have a weakness. As poachers go, he's supreme.
Now it's Thuram. Van Nistelrooy. And here's Thuram. And he was alert to it. But it has been just one side doing all of the early probing.
Yeah, it's a good start, Peter, and they look hungry for goals, and they'll be aware of having to capitalise in such a good spell.
Now that's well seen too. Koundé. James cuts out the pass. Played down the flank. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's... And the shot! Oh, he's really drilled it.
Well, that would have asked some awkward questions of the keeper had it stayed on target.
Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. He's shifting through the gears here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Thuram hangs in across. No, he didn't quite meet it right. Beckham standing over it. And it's pulled back.
Well, he had to bide his time a bit there, Peter. Needed more...
He gets big! And he's kept it out.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
It's gone for a throw-in. Out again for a throw-in. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's plain for all to see who has settled into this game with the greater superiority. Now for a goal.
Serginho was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And he cuts out the supply. Thuram. Well, that has not gone well. And back to the goalkeeper. Chukwueze. He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Muscular approach does pay off here.
Colomwani really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn. Well, at least they acknowledged the effort. Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Chukwueze. Colomwani! Oh, nearly, but not quite.
Well, he's clearly in one of those moods. I think even he was asking perhaps a little too much from himself then.
Nuno Mendes played towards the other side.
Chile really have found that they're getting more space out wide, and I can see now there's a lot of activity developing in that area, Peter.
Yeah, it's busy in there, isn't it?
Yeah, the wide players are doing their stuff and are grabbing the attention right now.
And he thumps it clear. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Van Nistelrooy. A nice touch. Van Bouten did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And that interception was most necessary. Decent chance! This time, surely! And there's the end of the first half. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think despite the scoreline, it's been watchable and enjoyable. We certainly had a vibrant start, and if we were going to see a goal, it should have come then. But the odds are favourable for this second half.
An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0.
Se está realizando un cambio.
So off we go once more.
Celtic are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Gabriel. Oh, can he get onto this? Caught offside that time. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Celtic do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
And Van Nistelrooy! Big relief, it just needed better contact. Now it's Rafinha. Knocks it into space. Chukwueze providing an outlet on that flank. Mbappe.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Lewandowski looking to run onto it. Mbappe. Vitinha. And the whistle has gone for a reckless challenge there. Well, that's a booking, always looked it.
Se va a realizar un cambio.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. Van Bouten gets over and intercepts. Goal is still, neither side really getting onto the front foot. Nice sequence of passes, this. Rodri. Retegi. Oh, that's ambitious. And that is doing no harm at all.
Celtic really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Nuno Mendes. Oh, that was vital. Can he finish? Oh, taken with style. Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Convertido en el minuto 61.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Celtic have taken the lead.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Well, for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Serginho chasing after it. And it's Serginho. Pinches it off him. And here's Van Nistelrooy.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually...
Oh, they could be caught out here. He's got away. Retegi! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Retegi really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
It's their second corner of the game. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Chile are looking to go forward now. He has found the way through. Cucurella. Rafinha. That's beautifully weighted. Your impression so far, Jim?
Peter, they're leaving nobody guessing now. This is a decisive attempt to go further in front.
Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Lofted in. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. The message is clear, none shall pass. Just about within shooting range. It's off target and by quite a way.
Well, at least he's not short on confidence. Trying from that sort of distance, why not?
Cambio en Chile. Número 13.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Entran número 41. Número 10. Cambio.
Chile are stuck in Central Station, and they might find a fast track out wide if they care to look.
It's a pretty loose pass. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
And that is as far as they're going to go. Now it's Ribéry. Ribéry is fouled. And he's going to have his name taken.
Cambio en Chile. Número 5.
Chile making
Número
consecutive
27.
changes here.
Entran número 17. Número 21.
Into the arms of the goalkeeper.
Utegi will have to accept some flack for that. Was anyone really expecting it?
Hazard going full tilt down the left. Oh, that pass isn't the best. That's a sharp pass. Driving forward. Back when it goes. I think we're just about done here.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically
Se
expect now?
agregarán 5 minutos al tiempo reglamentario.
James makes the interception. And there's the shot! Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And here's Van Nistelrooy. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Nicely weighted ball. Gabriel promptly onto that. And that's that. Celtic have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. Kane picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, this game looked to have 0-0 written all over it, but credit to them, they upped their game in the end, and I thought they got what they deserved.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
the game
everybody,
yet to
and
kick
welcome
off.
to today's
The excitement already palpable.
Jamaica against Celtic.
And so a wonderful view of this most hallowed turf. A truly special... Who is playing at Wembley Stadium, connected by EE. And already we're underway here. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, when it comes to youth and potential, Peter, it's hard to look past.
Chance! Good strike, quite an alarm. Jamaica with the corner, there first. And it's been taken short. Celtic are looking to go forward now. That's a lovely, neat pass. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Always onto this. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And this is Lewandowski. Nicely spread, but that has not gone well.
Decent attempt, that, just a little mistimed.
Nice looking ball. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges? And he's decided to go for it. And that will sail harmlessly past.
Well, he's hit it well enough for me. I suppose it could be a deliberate attempt to just draw that defence out.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. That looks a good ball through. Yeah, he's fouled him there. And it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking.
Well, you can blame some suspect defensive positioning for that set of circumstances, and they were just left with little choice.
And for sure, that was not one of his best.
The moans and groans are predictable. He felt compelled to try.
Still goalless at the moment. Now it's Lopez. Fermin. Koundé. That pass has been well intercepted. And here's Osimhen. Retegi aims beyond the defence. And he's picked out the run. And he's quick to get it clear again. Lewandowski in the hunt and looking threatening. Pressing high and with purpose. Now it's Chukwueze. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Chukwueze crosses it in. And it's claimed by the keeper. They get a throw in. Ball's terrific header. That's going to go a long way. He's had a shot. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, what has happened here? Showing good feet. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. It's a pretty loose pass. Cucurella calmly anticipates. Oh, that's well spotted. Now it's Lewandowski. Osimhen. He's had a shot! And it's a goal! Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Colomwani! He's got away with one there.
Well, let that be a lesson to them. If they don't stay focused all the time, they're going to be made to pay.
Ball driven towards the far post. Can he finish?
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
And that's put paid to a promising move. Now then, the ball's come loose. He shifted it to the flank. Koundé kept his eye on it, and he's there. That's a throw. Osimhen, Ferran Torres, aim forwards, Koundé cuts out the pass, works it forward, and nicely intercepted.
There will be 1 minute added
Pedri,
time.
and it's Lopez. And here's Lewandowski. Great defending, strong and determined, and he was quick to react. Pedri. That's surely a foul, free kick. And that's going to be a booking. And it's Neymar. Pedri. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because, in truth, they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
Substitution for Jamaica, number 5, Adebayo.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Number 19.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
And there's green grass ahead of him. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Jamaica clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Celtic do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
Crossing. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different. They've got to make this nice and quick.
And they're back on the ball again. Now it's Rafinha. Celtic still behind thanks to that solitary strike. Now it's Lewandowski. Now it's Osimhen. Koundé. That's a cute ball. That has ended up in no man's land.
The attendance for
Your
this match
impression
was
so far, Jim?
96,847.
Well, there'll be no accusations of a lack of effort. They're giving as good as they get when it comes to chances.
Not the most accurate pass. And that has left him in a heap. Ferran Torres. Oh, this is a terrific run. In with the challenge. Ferran Torres. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Substitution for Jamaica, number 6.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Coming on to replace him is number 21.
Oh, good-looking ball. Pass somewhat off target.
Taking place.
Well read, nice interception. Mbappe. No, it's come to nothing. Upamecano. Oh, that's ambitious. Oh, that is very close.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
It's gone for a throw-in. Looking for options for movement. The less said about that pass, the better. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Now it's Osimhen. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Big header! Oh, crossbar! Smashing delivery, just didn't do enough with it.
I think we can expect a few more of those now. Better timing was all that was required.
Substitution for Jamaica, number 37.
So there's going to be another change here.
Van de Ven. Number 16, Fermin.
That's been cut out, well played.
Coming on the field, number 95.
75 minutes played.
Number 87, Joe Neves.
Now it's Osimhen.
Number 2, Fran Garcia.
Rafinha. Can he get it through? Nicely shaped ball. Thuram providing an outlet on that flank. That has been knocked clear.
Celtic really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
It's Lewandowski! He has done it! And that should do it! Within sight of the finish line. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Jamaica are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that 2-goal cushion. That for me.
Rafinha! And That has earned a reprieve for the time being.
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it, and I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Oh, that's a key interception. Just 5 minutes left. Upamecano. Well, that looks a decent ball. Searching pass he's played there. Van Dijk. Pedri. Mbappe. Punched away. They want to be quick to recover this.
2 added minutes has
Time
been
added
indicated.
on will be 2 minutes. Fran Garcia spots it and intercepts. And that will be the final act. Well, that was a frustrating game. They were, at times, cohesive, very capable, but undone by an opponent who simply did a better job.
Security
How would you
staff
summarise
for
what we've
each
seen today then,
Please
Jim?
report to the
Celtic
staff room
desperately
immediately.
failing to impose themselves on the
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie.
Hello,
The
everybody,
fans have
and
pulled out
welcome
all
to
the stops
today's
to make
match.
this a monumental occasion. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And we're underway. This is the lineup we've been given. How do you read it, Jim?
Well, the modern version of that is a lot more fluid and flexible than in bygone times. There's a much greater understanding of the need for players to cover forward running, and it enables risk-taking while the gaps are filled. I'm very much a fan of it. There are a lot of people who seem to have kind of ignored it and just put it to bed, but it still works, it's still valid, and I think we're going to see it be successful here.
Now it's Ribery. And that is as far as they're going to go. Bale. And he goes cross-field. Great vision. Isak. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And it's Bale. Bale will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. That's an imaginative pass. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Nedved. And they're back on the ball again. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Romario.
Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
Vieira. And here's the chance to counter.
Patrick Vieira is a man of many qualities. The leadership has to be top of the pile.
He's not just a destroyer, is he? He is the enforcer.
True, there's so much more to his game. Quite comfortable in driving the team forward, and he can make those marauding runs from box to box.
Ambitious ball here. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Vieira. Vieira has got himself a free kick. And he's going to have his name taken. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Oh, he's been caught napping. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Now it's Golovin. And he plays one through. And the shot! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Ribery has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
McTominay. And it's Nedved. Can he get it through? Oh, that's a fine interception. That's very disappointing, it has to be said. Casado.
are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Thuram.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase, and of course those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Well, that is one way to stop him. And that's clear cut, it's a free kick. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
Well, he knew what he was taking on there, Peter, and special delivery from the ref.
Chance! And it's a goal!
I think you have to appreciate the simplicity and efficiency of it all there, Peter. The ease at which the defence got taken out of the equation, and he was never going to miss that.
After 40 minutes is...
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Probing pass. He's in plenty of space here. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Nice try, but he wasn't buying it.
There will be 1 minute
That
at a
is
time.
good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And he cuts out the supply. And that'll be the final action of the first half. And it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
And the action is back on the way.
Genshabilly can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Well read, nice interception. Now it's Ribery.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Bale, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Rafinha. Passing is crisp and sharp. Well, that's been cut out, well played. Threads one in. And he's made sure that's not getting through.
Isak really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Substitution.
Thuram. Dink through. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And that's put paid to a promising move. Oh, that's a key interception. Now it's Romario. Can he get on the end of this? Thuram. Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. He's got away. There's a no-nonsense tackle. Koundé did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Yamal does well to stand firm and defend it. 60 minutes played. Now it's Isak.
Whatever happens,
Gets his head on it! Oh, not this time, but a lot of applause for the thought.
I think we can expect a few more of those now. Better timing was all that was required.
Oh, he's getting hounded, really hounded. Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. Quality ball. Picked out brilliantly. Bale. Oh, that's nice. Bale! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
That's great reading of the game, and it led to a decent chance. Cracking aggression.
Substitution on the field. Number 20.
We have got changes here,
Isak.
from both sides in fact.
Number 23, Romario. Number 15, Bale. Number 19, Nedved. Coming on the field, number 21.
The message is clear, none shall pass.
Number 14, Shevchenko.
And it's Roberto.
Number 29, Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Number 11, Zerberto. Substitution in progress.
Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka going face-to-face with his great rival. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Cafu spots it and intercepts. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Now it's Yamal. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup.
Billy really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Oh, that's fabulous.
Oh, great feat, that.
Wan-Bissaka is fouled. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Well, Peter, when you're up against a speedster, you've got to get to him early and not let him get into his stride, and they're just not doing that.
No, he's missed it.
The moans and groans are predictable. He felt compelled to try.
Now that's well seen too. Played into space. And this is Luis Suarez. No foul, says the referee. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. The ball has bounced loose now. Genshabili are looking desperate here, short on time and options.
All they need is one big chance, and it may do the trick.
He's had it taken off him. So what can they make of this? And he's managed to get free. Now, can they get him away? Just 5 minutes remaining now. Shevchenko. And he's picked it up out wide.
That was lovely, that.
He's picked his way through. That is a brilliant interception.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Not much doubt about who's going to take this one. An opportunity then to pull clear here. Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Van Bouten with the foul. This could spell real trouble. We know he has already been booked. No hesitation, he's straight into his pocket. It's a second yellow card and he walks. Gençlerbirliği are down to 10 men.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
No, that's been intercepted. Shevchenko might just make this. He's found a way through. Up he goes! He's beaten the... It's in! And this is getting better and better. He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there.
And the referee brings it to a close. Well, that's a tough one. Losing is never good, but this one feels especially hard to take. Not a lot, but the result is one that will make them suffer.
And a quick reminder today, everybody,
So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, And we're about to be dished up a feast of it. There's the whistle, and here we go. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Marquinhos, he's one of the toughest and most competitive centre-backs in the business. He's the kind of player you can rely on to always be just where you need him, making a vital...
Oh, what a climb! And that's caused a worry or two.
Yeah, he may have snatched it down a bit, even though it was quite close.
Now it's Colomboan, tries from distance. And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Now it's Golovin. Now it's Colomboani. De Bruyne. And he's managed to get free. Martinez! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Martinez has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him...
Oh, what has happened here? Threads one in. Well, they're certainly pressing with purpose here. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Casado. No luck with that dink over the top. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Casado made a surge from full-back, as it turned out, unsuccessfully. And Martinez! Oh, that's a foul. Which side of the line is that? Gençlerbirliği really could have done without this. This to go one up. Never any doubt. Not a twitch, not a blink.
Well, I'm not sure what body language the keeper was trying to read, but it didn't work.
So we have the first goal.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
That'll be a throw. And that could well leave a mark. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Now that's well seen too. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Can he get on the end of this? Here's a chance! Oh, crossbar!
Gençlerbirliği really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them...
Well, he's going to be pulled back for that one. And that's going to be a booking. This looks promising. Martinez! It's off target and by quite a way.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time. That's going in strongly.
Oh, easy pickings there. Great vision. Now it's Martinez. Now it's Stoichkov. And there's green grass ahead of him. Can he finish? Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
And that is not the first time, Peter, the keeper has been left exposed by this defence. It needs a quick fix.
Uzbekistan with the corner. They're first. Gençlerbirliği have the chance to go the other way. Guardiola wins the duel this time. Searching pass he's played there. That's the keeper's ball. Half an hour played now. Oh, that's well spotted. Nice looking ball. He's going for goal! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Oh, smashing header! Cleared without complication. Nicely shaped ball. Oh, that's clever. And this is Stoichkov. And he's cut it out. They've got a corner here. Corner number 2 then. And he shoots! They've done it! And this is getting better and better. Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
It's Neymar! Great effort, but no way through. Nice physical challenge. And this is Neymar. That is ended up in no man's land. Kutucu providing an outlet on that flank. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And he's had it. Neymar! And he's intervened well there.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
That pass isn't the best. Koundé gets it away. Nicely weighted ball. And this is Neymar. He's got a chance! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Oh, it's very good running that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. This possibly the last play of the half. And that has been cleared. And it's half-time here.
Substitution on the field, number 18, Neymar.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Number 12,
I think it'll be fascinating to see.
And Stoichkov!
Number 45.
Oh, that was no routine save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Corner number 3 coming up. Well read, and the danger is averted. Crossed into the box.
Is that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Uzbekistan clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And it's made its way. Osimhen! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
He's a lucky boy there. You lose the ball like that, and usually you're going to get punished.
Koundé cuts out the pass. De Bruyne. Koundé kept his eye on it, and he's there.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Ball's gone out of play. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, the stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So it's away we go then.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men, running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall shape by linking the front and back.
Nice looking ball. And he can clear it away. Well, that looks a decent ball. And he's found a way past. Oh, quick thinking by the keeper, he did well. Now that's well seen too. No, that's been intercepted. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Scholes is offering some sort of an apology there.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Adams producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. That is good alertness. Can he get it through? First quarter of an hour gone. He won't be happy with that one. Driving on and making good progress. He could be in here. Pelé, and this chance for a shot! He's delivered all right! A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
So we have the first goal.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Osimhen!
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
And they've got rid.
Might want to be careful there.
Defending was strong and firm. Out to the right. Great vision. And this is Nedved. Not the most convincing of passes. Searching pass he's played there. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Now it's Neymar. Scholes, who's set up one goal so far. Nicely weighted ball. Neymar! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
It was such a clever idea to lift it into his path.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Neymar has it in a wide position. He's a sharp little ball here. Probing pass. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. And claimed it back swiftly. And it's Messi. Knocks it into space. Koundé gets over and intercepts. And that is a little undercooked. And that's going right the way across. Now, can they get him away? And he cuts out the supply. Oh, easy pickings there. And he's picked it up out wide. Kututsu looking for the run. Pass somewhat off target. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Messi. And the referee brings the first half to a close. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I could see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
Substitution.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Genshabili really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Casado, Genshabili looking to pass their way through. Genshabili do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And this is Messi. Can he finish? Oh, the ball's run loose here.
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Surlot. It tries a shot! He has done it! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Substitutions taking place.
Time for a change in personnel.
Well, he's going to inject a nice bit of pace into that front line, Peter, so I can see him making those runs in behind.
Genshabili grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Substitution for Russia, number 11, Pele, number 10, Messi, number 23, Neymar, number 7.
Now here's the delivery. Good read, needed to be.
Nedved.
Adams spots it and intercepts. Ball looks a good one, and he was quick to react. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Real chance! It's a goal! Into the lead once more. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Batistuta demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Poor robust challenge. Solot. Retegi. And he welcomes it in. There's the shot! Oh, surely that deserved better.
The timing of the pass and run was exquisite.
Belletti. Now it's Forlan.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva gets flagged offside. Bernardo Silva. Yamal. He's looking wide. And the through ball. Retegi. And he's gone looking for safety. Now it's Forlan. And that has left him in a heap. And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it. Looking to play him in. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. And here's Batistuta. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And it's Forlan. Looking for options for movement. Oh, that's ambitious. And no one is overly concerned about that.
Genshabilly really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter. I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Now he's got space here. And he shoots! It's run loose. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Adams gets it away. So what can they make of this? He is through here. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Bernardo Silva, that's good vision. Well, that's fabulous. Oh, that's a super piece of goalkeeping.
Well, his positioning was just spot on, and he made the goal look an awful lot smaller. This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Beckham does really well to win the ball there. Bernardo Silva is the team's great visionary. He's got away.
Oh, really well played.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
Into stoppage time, whistle due any moment. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, he's onto this. He's through here. Adams with the slide tackle there.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Aimed beyond the defence. David Villa gets into a great chance! Sensational from David Villa! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! 2 ahead, late in the day, game over surely. And that is fabulous, a true beauty of a goal.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply...
And that's it. Well, that's a tough one. Losing is never good, but this one feels especially hard to take. Not a lot that went glaringly wrong, but the result is one that will make them suffer.
Just a quick announcement.
So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Gentry desperately failing to impose themselves on the game. Decidedly flat, disjointed in so many areas on the pitch, and you're never going to win like that.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
the game
everybody,
yet to
and
kick
welcome
off.
to
The
today's
excitement
match.
already palpable. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So we're up and running.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Inzaghi! Decent enough try. Rafinha. Nicely weighted ball. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, they could be caught out here. Threads one in. This looks promising. Crossed into the box. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. He's in a great position here. Kolumwani is alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Now it's Solot. Oh, that was vital. Here comes the corner. Gençlerbirliği with the corner, there first. He's had a shot! He's delivered all right! That is so good, such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
Number 12.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. That's rather hopeful! No, he didn't quite meet it right.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Tries to pass it through. Filippo Inzaghi. So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Looking for the run.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Mbappe receives it in a good position here, and reclaimed it in a trice. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Solid! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
This is their second corner of the game. Neuer claims comfortably. And now a sudden chance to counter. Rafinha. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Gentry clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Now it's Sorlot. Well, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Oh, that's a key interception. Knocks it into space. That is a great pick out. Real chance! Oh, that was no routine save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
So, third quarter of the game. And now they can spring out of defence. Colomwani. Vardiol. Filippo Inzaghi. And it's lofted through here. Back into the middle. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Can he get it through? Alexander-Arnold. 1-0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. And it's Inzaghi. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Colomwani. Ribery. Rafinha. Koundé spots it and intercepts. Passing is crisp and sharp. Beckham. Sorlot. Rafinha. That's been cut out, well played. Kukcu is the distributor-in-chief. Always chance! Sticks it away! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now. Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter.
He's gone for goal. A decent effort as the first half draws to a close. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half.
Everybody to make sure to put any litter in the bins provided. Thank you for your cooperation.
Substitutions taking place.
Second period then underway. Cucurella. Gensler-Bierli come out this half somewhat altered.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the...
Could be danger here! Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Oh, no joy this time. Koundé.
That's going in strongly.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. And it's Scholes. Takes a shot! It's there! And the game is well and truly turned on its head!
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
After 57 minutes.
And he's done it again. He's got his second.
Kylian Mbappe.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning.
Yeah, and he's dodged a big one there. He has to be squeaky clean from here.
Substitution.
Gensler-Bierli can make their change now with a break in play. Alexander-Arnold, that's a shade optimistic. Casado. Oh, well played, well sorted out. So we've reached the hour mark. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Now it's Yamal. Now can he find a finish? Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Oh, it was such a clever pass that flummoxed the defence, and it could well be revisited, this.
Gensler-Bierli get their fourth corner.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to...
Oh, that's ambitious. He's got away with one there.
That's great reading of the game, and it led to a decent chance. Cracking aggression.
They're up to 5 corners now. Thuram! No mistake! And the lead lost no time at all!
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Goal! After 64
An
minutes.
opportunist strike, but he'll
Number
take it.
21,
He will own it.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Substitution on the field. Number 17, Hazard. Number 7.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Number 18.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Coming on
Well,
the
they
field,
just couldn't have responded
number
any better,
21,
Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus
Number
after scoring,
33,
but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Substitution in progress.
Kukchu. Zaire Emery. And he's worked it through. He's picked his way through. Drives it in. Deflected behind for a corner kick. Birli have the chance to go the other way. Well, played right into his path. Neuer breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. He is starved of space and time. Chips it through. No luck with that dink over the top. Zaire Emery.
It's the sort of situation and they'll want to...
Oh, what has happened here? Thuram looking to add to his goal. Yamal, excellent challenge there, uncompromising. "75 minutes played. That's really well manoeuvred. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. If we're going to get a winner, it's got to come now. Now, can they get him away? Oh, shooting chance! And yes, it's there! And they're back in front. A mere formality, nigh on a certainty. He is truly in the zone.
Well, when you get in that position, it's all about composure. Panic can't come into it, and it didn't.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, Peter, the manager's all smiles, but he's got a big decision to make here. He needs to see this one out.
Oh, that's wonderful alertness. What a throw in.
Billy really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Looking for options for movement, and he's picked it up out wide. And he's well positioned here. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal. Billy really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Guardiola gets across to intercept that. Nacho makes the interception. Zaire Emery.
There will be 5 minutes added time.
Looking to play him in. Five minutes to add. Oh, easy pickings there. He's a sharp little ball here. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Chu, who does have an assist to his name, tries to play it through, and that was nowhere near his best. That's that, the end. Again, there is a tale of one that got away. A position of great promise they established, but they lost momentum, they lost intensity, they lost their lead, and ultimately they lost the game.
Security staff for each.
So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Billy just didn't have enough time, Peter, to correct their many problems in this match. Now for some training ground graft.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening.